Making his way is a brand new WWE12, which is a more appropriate name for what we deliver each and every year, seeing as how our games encompass the entire WWE and not just two of its brands. We have everything in our games, including Legends. The key elements of Predator technology are most of it revolves around animation, improving our animation system to fine tune and to make our motions, our actions from move to move less herky jerky and robotic and much more fluid and natural. In keeping what you would normally see when you see Randy Orton lock up with John Cena. So the Predator technology has really helped us refine our animation system. We can now break out of animations. One of the cool things that we have now is that moves can be interrupted, which we've never had in the game before. And this is all thanks to that Predator technology, which is of course named after a cover of superstar Randy Orton. Not to mention we've improved our physics a great deal. We've added physics to our game last year with our objects and weapons, but now we're expanding it to include the ring itself, the ropes, every bump, every slam. It just reverberates throughout the arena to really create that that lively atmosphere that you normally see when you go to a live WWE event or you're sitting at home on the couch watching SmackDown or Raw. It's not really about, it's not a traditional fighting game. We don't have health bars and you get the guy down to 0 when he's done. Even guys that are badly damaged will have that slight, albeit it's a slight chance, but they do have a chance of turning it around and getting that victory. So as you play the game, you'll start to see the superstars, their behavior change, as they take damage. So we really don't need any kind of health bars or meters. Just look at your superstar and you can kind of tell what situation they're in, whether good or bad. Yes, well, when you have your signature moves or your finish move, we do show a prompt. That will let you know that you're in a position to perform your signature move, which will then allow you to perform your finisher, which then usually spells curtains. But if that guy does happen to kick out, like you mentioned, we have these all-new comebacks in the game, which we have about 10 or 12 of them. Certain superstars have them, like John Cena, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan. And like the name implies, like in wrestling, a lot of times you'll see the good guy, maybe like a Daniel Bryan, take a beat down. But all's not out. He still has that last hurrah when he can stage a dramatic comeback to kind of swing the momentum back in his favor. So that's what this is in our game. So as you take damage, before you get that pinfall, loss or tap out, you can stage a comeback, and it's a little quick time mini game where the first person to key in the buttons correctly, gets the advantage, and the momentum just switches. And you were dominating, but just as quick, you could be on the receiving end of somebody else's finishing move. So. Again, it's just one more way that we're replicating what one sees when they watch WWE programming. We brought back all our create modes from the past. Create a finisher, create a superstar, which is back and better than ever.
Approaching the ring from Rhode Island, the Mega Force.
It's almost like you have two games in one. You've got the wrestling aspect of it, and then you've got this big sandbox of tools at one's disposal to just trap all this created content. But one of my new favorite features of the game this year, speaking of created content, is all new Create an Arena, which, like the name says, you can create your very own arena, customize everything down from the color of the ropes to the canvas of the mat, the apron. If you were a fan of WrestleMania 3 and want to have it in the game, by all means, we have it at your disposal to go ahead and do so. Every year we strive to present our game in the same manner and style as the WWE, as they produce their television shows. And we've done good in the past, but this year we're doing better.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Our goal was to put our game side by side with an actual broadcast of Raw and see how it stacks up. And I'm safe to say that it does. It stacks up in a major way.